I could do it.
I actually do like the intro that StreamYard comes with. It's actually quite nice.
It is quite nice. Hold on a second. Let me get my glasses back on. There we go.
Now, had I known that we were going to be partying when we came back, I would have lifted up my drink.
Well, I'm also just showing off the fact that this is a real Dr. Pepper.
I love it.
My husband has already had the other 3. There's only 4 in the pack.
Of course. Why am I not surprised?
It's good though. Anywho, hello everybody, and welcome to the second stream in the 18-hour write-a-thon put together by this beautiful woman right here. Autumn.
But made possible with all the other beautiful ladies and this one also.
Thank you. So everybody who's going to be hosting, co-hosting, or at some other point participating is linked down below. At least they should be. I'm pretty sure I linked them all down below. It's been a long time since
Did you copy and paste?
I didn't actually. I had I have like a separate, this is gonna sound so creepy, but I have a separate document of everybody's like links.
Yeah.
So I have like
I love that.
I have your YouTube and Instagram on file so that I can just paste it into
Not gonna lie, like I don't have that, but like when y'all send me the pictures for the thumbnails, because I had switched from Snappa to Canva, I had lost everything. So I had to like be super creepy and like re-ask for these pictures. So now I have them saved in like a YouTube friends file, and I'm like, man, this is uber creepy.
Yeah, I know, right? It is weird. Like I'll be scrolling through like my pictures and things, and I'll be like, why do I have a picture of Bree? And it's like, oh yeah.
I love it. Also, I know we're gonna get to everybody's like hellos, but there's one comment down there in particular that I am super, super happy to see. Yes!
Where have you been?
We missed you on the last stream, man. Where were you?
Oh, man. We missed you.
Yasa. Yay.
Oh, we're so glad you're here. We were talking about you in the other stream and how we missed our Australian Batman.
Yes. With the flip-flops and the Captain Jack Sparrow run. Actually, we didn't mention the flip-flops, but he knows what we're talking about.
Yeah, he knows exactly what we're talking about. So, Autumn, would you like to introduce yourself to the crowd before we get through the other comments?
Sure. So, hi.
I'm sorry.
Good. So, hi, everyone. I'm Autumn Ashleigh. If you weren't, here an hour ago, hi, welcome back or welcome. I am another author tuber in our community, and I host live streams on my own channel as well as post writing related content documenting my journey as a writer. Want to be a self-published author. Right now in this stream, I think I'm going to work on chapter 11 for my novel. I think I have 1,200 words-ish written out of the 10,000 words that I want to write for this stream or for this write-a-thon. So my little fingers have to start flying.
Ooh, yeah, I know. Right? And I'm so behind on my nano goals. But
yeah,
I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. And I think whose line is it anyway for this? But everything's made up and the word count doesn't matter. So
it's true.
that's sort of my motto.
I love it.
What's the motto? Nothing. What's the motto with you? I'm sorry. It's Lion King.
Yes. Yes.
And for those of you who are new to my channel, hello. My name is Madeline Monaghan. I normally just go by Maddie because it's a lot easier to say. I am a writer, actor, and cat mama, and I post videos here once a week, writing related stuff, sometimes book reviews, movie stuff, and every once in a while when I land a gig, I like to share my little acting adventures. So definitely keep eyes out for those. And I'm going to go scrolling through the comments. Hopefully my computer doesn't crash on me. And I see that Dr. Sprinkle is here, and Zara is here, and Danya. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
I think I pronounced it wrong in the last stream, but I think you're right. And they're so sweet. I don't think they corrected me.
I want to say Danya, but please correct me if I am wrong. And I see that Amanda is here. Hello, hello. Books to Ashes. That's an awesome name. Hello. I God Girl is here as well. And Moon Bebe is here. I love that name. We also got Izzy, and it just jumped. And Celeste is here. Hello. And Abby.
Abby!
And I believe your name is Emily. Am I correct? Okay. Yay! We know you're here. Welcome back, Batman. Grayson is here. Hello, hello, hello. Abby says, very excited for the stream. If I finish my chapter in the first sprint, I will have written 2 chapters already for the write-a-thon. Yes! You can do it, Abby. And Mallory is here. Hello. Wasn't able to make it to the first stream, but so glad that you're here for this.
Yeah.
We're very happy you are here.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yes.
And Zara says hello again. Still doing her final sprint, but I'll share the link so we can hop over once we finish. Oh, well, thank you. That's very nice of you. Thank you kindly.
Yes.
And I'm gonna pronounce your name wrong, and I apologize in advance. Is it Tashsi? Tashsi? Please correct me if I'm wrong. I try not to get anybody's name wrong.
I know.
I feel like a substitute teacher.
It's always wrong. No,
I'm in the class and can't pronounce anyone's names.
I know, and I feel so bad. Like always, and there are some people where like I always mispronounce their names, and they're always so kind, and they're like, "It's this," and I'm like, "I will get it right one day." I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I know. It's one day.
Yes.
And Danya, you got it right, but I didn't really mind. Aw.
I'm gonna have to remember that. Danya. It's gorgeous. I don't know why I don't remember this. Ugh.
It is such a pretty name. I love it.
I'm going to have to say it over and over again so I'll remember
and
it.
Carrie is here saying hello from Nova Scotia. Hello.
Love it.
And Moon Bebe found a fellow
Hey.
Canadian. Nice. We have Ontario representation here today. Oh, Tashka. Oh, okay. Okay. That's good to know. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I love that.
That is,
that is so sweet. Like, see, I love when people are just kindly correct to I get it. Like, sometimes names, last names, first names are so difficult. So, like, you do have to have patience on the other end. And I'm so thankful that some people have that patience because I get it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And Carrie is working on outlining her 12th novelette series. Counting my Camp NaNo goal by minutes. Ooh.
I like that.
I like that a lot better than word count.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie, I might have to steal that from you in the future.
I love that.
I like that a lot better, yes. Also, congrats on, book 12.
Yes.
How the heck did you do that?
What crossroads, demon? No.
Exactly. I need the address. I need the crossroads right now. So I know if I want Alice's powers, I've got to go to Alberta. I know
that we can't do that. So I guess we'll resort to the other thing. I don't want to say the next best thing because that's not best, but
yeah,
the next thing.
And Charlie is here. Hi, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
Welcome back. And Amanda is working on chapter 27 of book 3 of her dystopian fantasy series. Ooh.
Love it.
Love it. I love it.
Yes.
I'm excited. And Carrie's originally from the UK. Immigrated here after being long distance with my now fiance, who's for 2 years from Boston. Oh, congratulations on the now fiance.
Yeah. Yes.
That's awesome.
And you don't have to share this if you don't want to, but I'm super curious, Carrie, where in the UK are you from? You don't have to share if you don't feel comfortable, but I'm just curious. Do tell, but
Do
no
tell.
proof.
Very neat. Amanda, people have a hard time pronouncing my last name, which is why I use a pen name.
Mhm.
Side note, people always pronounce one of my best friend's name wrong. I'm both first and last names. Interesting. Yeah, people pronounce my married name wrong, which is Monaghan, because normally people don't expect there to be a G. But guess what? We're Irish. There's a G. And but you don't pronounce it. So whenever people look at my name, I'm like, just pretend the G's not there. And they're like, oh, Monaghan.
Yeah.
But there's like my sister-in-law tells me, it's like there's Monaghan, mahogany, like they don't.
Like, to be honest, I think I was one of those at first. I was like, how do you pronounce it? And you're like, it's just Monaghan. I was like, oh, okay, no worries.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to know. That one I remember, but all the other names I don't remember.
Yeah, but it is just so funny. Like, it's like just pretend the G is not there. And they're like, oh, Monaghan. Yeah.
Love it.
And Charlie says the Canadians are taking over the chat. That's okay. We can have a Canadian take over. I'm totally fine with that.
Right. Well, I was looking at a lot of like the other people who were chiming in and saying like they were from different parts of Canada too. And I was like, oh boy, we do have a lot of Canadians here. I'm digging it.
That's kind of awesome though. I love that it's like an international thing. I think that is so cool.
I love it.
Mallory, likewise using minutes instead of word count. I'm outlining book 2 of my paranormal series by hand, so word count isn't exactly the easiest. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I like to write out a lot of things out by hand too.
Yes.
Word count is impossible.
Although I do have to give Abby some credit because Abby back in November.
Oh, she did it all by hand, didn't she?
She wrote her NaNo novel by hand.
And she counted, oh my God.
She counted it all. And I can't remember the system that she exactly came up with, but like just to say, like, it isn't the easiest counting by hand. And I just always feel like Abby deserves all of that respect because it is tough. And we all know that is tough.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Well,
and I think Abby was in the thing she had said hi earlier. I think she was in the comments.
Yeah, she had said
hi. She was way up there.
Yeah. Carrie, not working on book 12 yet. Decided that I would outline books 1 through 12 so I can start writing the series in November. Oh, okay.
Sweet.
That's still a good plan though.
Yeah.
Especially if you have 12 planned out. And
I know.
Ashes is from Ontario too. And then we've got Charlie, who's also from Canada.
I love this.
Yes, there's so much Canada representation to do. This is actually really cool.
I love this,
awesome,
man.
Y'all.
Like me in the Low Country, I'm just mind blown right now. I'm like,
I know. Autumn and I are sitting here in the southern United States, like, what are you Canadians doing up there?
Right? I mean, technically, Maddie's my only neighbor right now.
That is true. That is true.
I love this.
I got girl. I'm still here trying to make a cure. Main character having a talk with a scientist and finally explains the virus for my apocalyptic book. That is awesome.
I love this.
And Carrie is originally from the Wimbledon area where the tennis is. I just started a YouTube channel, so if you want to hear the accent, come on.
I love this.
Sorry, I love that so much. Charlie learned how to say my name because I introduced my last name before I came. I'm glad I could help. Amanda's best friend is Ukrainian. I can pronounce his name fine because to me it's pronounced the way it looks. We had a former boss who couldn't grasp that concept though. I have that problem with when I'm trying to tell people that Japanese is actually easier than Chinese, like and then like they find one 10-letter word and I'm like, it just looks how it sounds. And they're like, Hanjuman, and like, I'm like, no. Sage Low-Key is here. Swore I'd go to sleep. It's 2 a.m. here in Scotland.
Ooh.
Scotland.
Okay.
I'm like, Scotland.
I'm loving, like,
oh my gosh.
How many different, like, countries and places, like, that everybody is in right now. Oh my gosh. Like,
I love this.
Like, I don't even know how many people are watching right now, but I'm super curious. Oh, 27!
27.
Ooh.
That's, and like, I think half of them are from Canada.
It's like, if you're from the US, raise your hand. I love, and we're not even in the same time zone anymore, Maddie. We used to be, but now we're not.
I'm an hour behind you now.
Yeah. Was it Central?
Yeah, I'm Central.
Man, I see now. I feel like sorry.
No, you're fine. I have to admit though, I became in love. I more so fell in love, I think, with like Scotland and just like the Scottish people after watching Doctor Who and Karen Gillan. Oh gosh, I'm pronouncing her last name wrong. I'm so sorry. But the person who plays Amelia Pond, I absolutely love her, and she's just such like a kick-ass person. I love her so much. So
Yes.
that started my obsession with like Scottish people.
I love her.
I love her so much.
Yes.
Slowly becoming obsessed with France. France is a beautiful country too.
It is, for sure.
Oh, and they're talking about Outlander. Oh my god.
Oh,
I almost said Outlander.
You know, I wouldn't have thought anything different.
What is it with Americans who think people from the UK are Australian? I think it's because your accents sound similar to us. There is a difference between them, though. I will say it is, every accent is different, and you can definitely hear it like in different regions of the UK. But there's also a difference between an Australian accent and a British accent, and then like the different variations within that.
Right.
But I think to a lot of people who don't watch a whole heck of a lot of international television and haven't seen a lot of other things where people have those different accents. I'm saying I have. No, I'm not saying I have. But for people who haven't, I think it's easy for them to get confused just because they are similar and one did stem from the other. So I think that might be where that came from. But there is a distinction. You can clearly tell who is Australian and who is from the UK. Yes. If you watch a lot of TV like this person has.
Yes.
There's more corn. I haven't heard that commercial.
I'm sorry. I read that before you had a chance to get to it. But I just busted out laughing when I read there's more than corn in Indiana.
I love it. I believe there's more than corn in Indiana. There's definitely more.
I love it.
And hey, we have a USA and Danya's from Georgia.
Hey, we are representing the South, my friend. I love that. Did y'all just get hit by a hurricane?
Did Elsa come to visit you and did she let it go?
Or did she turn away and slam the door? Which I stand corrected. She wasn't technically a hurricane. I think she was still just a tropical storm.
Oh, but tropical storm. My bad.
Right. I just wanted to, let me correct myself, but
yeah. Yeah, I have an idea of what kind of Americans don't know where Canada is.
Oh man,
we love you, Canada. Though don't get us wrong. We do love you. Y'all are good friends.
Yes.
USA. We got a New Yorker.
New York.
Yes.
Oh yes, I love it.
Yes, bring that forward. We want more of that.
Yes.
Mallory's in North Carolina. We've got Michigan, North Carolina again. Hey. I love North Carolina. I just got back from.
Oh, it's so pretty.
So
they have. Okay, so I feel like Danya might be able to back me up on this if they choose to. Georgia does not have the best peaches. Okay, like we're the peach state, right? We're supposed to have the peaches. North Carolina, those peaches. Oh my gosh, they are the best peaches and the biggest peaches that you could ever find. You go to Georgia, we got like these little dinky things that they sell on the side of the road. Like it's like a pound of them for like $20 and they last like 3 days. You go to North Carolina, you get like ginormous ones and you can pick them from like the trees, like the orchards. Oh my gosh, the best. So, yes, North
I
Carolina is
love
awesome because they have great peaches.
I absolutely love that. I mean, I'm from Virginia, and I'm like, oh, what's Virginia known for? And everyone's just like, tobacco.
Yep, that I was going to say. If I wasn't drinking this, been like tobacco.
We got apples too. We're also known for apple products, but the sad thing is, all of our fair food is from West Virginia.
Oh, of course it is.
If you want good fair food, like kettle corn, snacky things like that, y'all go over to West Virginia and you pick some of that up because it is so good.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
10 out of 10, highly recommend. And then we've got a New Yorker.
Oh, another New Yorker.
That might have been more of a Boston. Boston Yorker. I don't know. My husband can do a good New York accent, but only when he's angry. You should see some of the lemons my boyfriend's mom has on her lemon tree. Oh yeah, citrus trees in Arizona, I remember actually, are some of the biggest fruit I've ever seen in my life. Like I had a grapefruit that was like eating, it was ginormous. I don't know what the heck they did to it. Open a large can of Monster Energy. So let's get to the bottom of these. New Yorker, I've been to Canada twice. I have yet to go to Canada. I would love to go. What's Massachusetts known for? I had a joke, but I don't want to. No, I actually hear Massachusetts is very beautiful, especially in the fall. And I know that they are also known for Cape Cod, which I've heard is also very beautiful. So I just heard it's a gorgeous state.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
sorry, I'm so
you're
sorry.
Fine. I'm just saying I've never been that far north.
But I was reading Yaz's comment. I'm sorry, we're getting to it, but I'm. I think it's almost time for a sprint.
I think it is too. And we got all the Canada. Or maybe we should just sing "Oh Canada" at this point. Like,
right?
Oh Canada.
Oh man,
now
we're gonna insult everybody.
I'm not trying to insult everybody. I'd love to go to Canada.
True, very true. I would love to visit. I'm actually reading a book, and it takes place in Canada. So.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah, it's called Into the Abyss by Carol Shaven. It's right here.
Ooh.
It's a true story about a plane crash in 1984.
Ooh.
Yeah, so far it's really good.
We gotta love the peril. All right, so we're gonna start with a 15-minute sprint. And the way that I used to do this, and I think I'm gonna bring this back again, is if anybody has a fun history fact along with the date or the year in which that event took place, go ahead and shout it out in the comments, and that could be our next time. I love using history dates as times for sprints. I just think it's fun. Everybody learns a little bit of something. We all have a good laugh, and we all write. It's a good sign. So, you're good. So if y'all are ready, we're going to go ahead and get started. I don't have Hans, so y'all don't have to worry about Hans. You do got to worry about beeping. So on that note, we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Did it work? No. Now it did. There we go. Happy sprinting. Sorry if that scared anybody.
It kind of scared me, but like I was expecting it, but like it still kind of got me.
Yeah. So, how did you do? Everyone chime off and say how you did in the comments.
Good. I finished in the middle of a sentence, but I think I was going to say, let me finish it, but I think I'll remember it. So it's going to be part of a challenge. Will Autumn remember it? Probably not. But for that sprint, I got 236.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, this chapter, I'm really liking it. And I'm also really excited. So there was something that I kind of added into the story as I was writing it. And I was like, I hope it'll kind of be able to line up with like the main plot. And I figured out a way to make it. And now I'm like super excited. So I think because I was so pumped, like I got words.
I love it.
How did you do?
So because I don't trust my computer, I'm actually handwriting out my Hades interludes because I need my dark cinnamon roll because he is sweet. And
oh my gosh, I love that.
So, like now that I've done all the research and everything, I will defend Hades until my dying day. Like everyone always makes him the villain and everything. I'm like, he's the nicest one of the bunch. He did the one thing. But you know what he didn't do? Have other things with other people. He actually liked his wife.
Oh my gosh, I love this. Like,
so it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's just like, I will defend Hades. So he's a sweetheart in mine. But so I wrote out the first interlude. I rewrote it because I had it written down and I was like, let's make this a little bit more fun. And then I started writing on the second one. So I'm kind of writing them like as I go because I want them to parallel. I want to get his reactions to things that that Persephone experiences. So like, because hers is written in first person and his is in third. So I have like the different things in there. I don't know if that's going to throw people off, but.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I know I was reading a book. It was actually my buddy read with Bree. The passage where the author, it's in third person, but sometimes he'll do interludes and like snippets of like letters that are written in first person or like letters and things like that. So I like when there's kind of the change. I don't know. I like the different perspective.
Yeah, I just felt like Hades, like Persephone, it felt like I could easily say that through her. Oh, guys, we have another friend.
Okay, Queen, like you came in here like a rock star. Did you just come from Harry's concert?
I mean,
oh my gosh, Sarah.
Hello. How are you doing?
I actually didn't think I was going to make it, and I can't stay long, but I'm here to chit chat.
But you're here, and that's what matters. It's been forever.
I know.
I love this. Hi.
So, yes, she does.
Yes.
Like, holy moly, Sarah's coming in here and just knocking me and Autumn out of the picture.
I'm like, well, all right. I look like I just woke up.
Yeah.
Like bags under my eyes. Yes.
Sarah, would you like to do a quick introduction, even though everybody probably already knows who you are, but just...
Yeah, sure. I'm Sara Sutton. I'm an indie author of 5 young adult romance books. My second one, Out of My League, is a fake relationship romance. It's on sale for 99 cents until midnight, so catch that copy. I post AuthorTube videos here on YouTube, and I'm on Instagram.
Yay!
I am mesmerized right now. Like, you came in here, like, I was like, well, it all happened so fast, and then bam, and I was like, whoo, in the presence of a queen here.
Oh, no. Sarah just came in and she stole the show. I think honestly, I just need to go to bed.
Can I take myself out of the stream? Hey, I can. Like,
oh no, she actually left. I'll get your butt back.
Just peace.
See, I wanted to move her up. Okay.
Oh, you want to move her up? Okay.
No, wait. I actually think she needs to be here. Like, she can have. Oh, there we go. We're ranking right now.
All right, I'll go down now.
We're not worthy.
I'm embarrassing Sarah now.
I know. I'm so sorry, Sarah. But like, I just like the way that you came in. I just wanted to tell you, you looked gorgeous. Like that's what we're getting at. I'm sorry if we're embarrassing you.
No, well, thank you. You're so kind. You're both so kind.
Although I do think Sarah should be back down here because like she was center attention. I feel like there's too much attention on the solo person down here.
All right, I'll go back to where we were.
There we go.
Balance has been restored to the coronation.
Queen, princesses, queen.
I'm just a peasant from the Southern Water tribe. I don't know anything about.
Oh my gosh, I've only been on here for like 5 minutes. I've laughed more than I've laughed all day today.
You're welcome.
That's what we're here for.
See, you knew that you needed a little bit of laughter in your life.
I did.
Oh, love it. So sorry. We got everybody going in the comments too. I love this.
It's grown since I last looked at it. I still have to look back and see how everybody did. All right. We've got Celeste. He took a break from novel writing and wrote a song that the band in one of her books wrote. I like that. I used to do songwriting. It was fun. Still do from time to time if I'm inspired. Amanda got 191. We got 304 for Izzy. We Are the Twin Tails finished up their prologue and finally started chapter 1. That's awesome. Sarah did more editing of her podcast episode. I only have 8 minutes left of unedited recording. Awesome. Sincerely, nice. Nikki. Oh, that's a cute. I like that name. Finished the outline. Started during the last sprint. Abby got super distracted and didn't finish the chapter. It is okay. Distractions happen. We are human. Sage Loki managed to change the name of one of the characters, but it's one more change than have before. Exactly. Yep. Carrie set up a Google Docs to transfer all her notes to do a really detailed outline of book 1. Be careful with Google Docs. It's been giving a lot of people issues lately. I'm not sure what's going on with it, but I am not the only one. I think you were saying Jasmine earlier had issues with it as well, so I'm not sure what's happening. Hopefully Google will help with that. Tashka, hope I pronounced that right, got 279. Danya got 27. I don't trust Google Docs either. Emily currently rewriting. Didn't like the flow of the original NaNo manuscript. So much has changed. It's not even worth. I feel that. I've been there.
Yes.
And Sarah, in answer to your question, it was freezing really badly earlier, and the whole computer was freezing, and I had to shut it down. I had to force quit probably like 6 times, and then had to force shut it down twice.
It was weird.
It was very weird. I ended up doing an update, and I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to jinx it, but we're just going to keep going.
Yes.
Dr. Sprinkle, it likes the 2 perspectives. That's awesome. Mallory, MC is accepting her fate as a leader of an army having to fight against demons intent on wiping out the rest of the supernatural beings on the planet. She's really happy about it. I wouldn't be happy about it either. Like, I hate demons. Like I watch BuzzFeed Unsolved Supernatural all the time, and as soon as there's a demon episode, I'm like, nope. Where's my pillow? Where's my teddy bear? I'm not doing this.
Yes.
I don't like demons. I am very much like Ryan Bergara in that sense. I don't like demons.
Yes.
Everybody was saying hello to Sarah, the wonderful Sarah. Yes. And girl, you looked stunning. Zara is spot on there.
Yes.
And your hair is to die for.
Yeah, I got it done today.
I was wondering. Yes, like I love it.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm
a little
loving
bit of a refresh.
So much better than the garbage that she said was the trend. Like,
oh my gosh, I don't know why that's. You know what that is? What that reminds me of is
like
I don't know if y'all are
the early
familiar
2000s.
Well, the early 2000s, but if y'all are familiar with X-Men, that was Rogue's hairstyle.
Oh.
That was Rogue's thing. Was she had like that, like I think in the comics she has it like the 80s puff up sort of thing. It's like back, but when her hair's down, she's got the two like coming out, like different colors coming down the sides. Like that was her thing. And I'm pretty sure it had something to do with the fact that she killed everybody she touched. So, you know.
See, on me, it just did not look great. And it was way too light for my hair. Mm-hmm. I don't understand. It doesn't look great on me. So, yeah, thank goodness we're out of that phase.
Yeah. No, I mean, but you tried it, you know. At least you tried it. You figured out it didn't work for you. So, and at least someone was willing to help you fix it up and everything. So.
True. Yes. Yeah. Thank goodness.
Now, did you use a different hairdresser? That's the $1 million question.
Yeah. So when I got it fixed the first time, she fixed it, and I went back to her today to like do something different. So yeah, she's so much better. Oh my gosh.
Good. Yeah.
That's so nice. Also, yes, the Avatar: The Last Airbender reference. It will always be there. I love Avatar. I've seen it a million times.
Oh my gosh.
Even my husband has started quoting Avatar at me.
I love it.
I'll be complaining about something, and he'll just look at me and go, "That's rough, buddy." I'm like,
you know what's so funny? So yesterday, when I was filming my vlog yesterday, but I was sitting on the couch, and my cats kept kind of like they were bickering, like kind of like biting at each other, and I thought of an Avatar quote where I was like, "Don't you and Toph have a rocky relationship?" That was what I was thinking of, like with my two cats. Like, and I was like, I wish I had someone to share this with because this was hilarious.
Anytime you have an Avatar reference, you just text me.
I got you.
I got you. You just send me a random quote from Avatar, and I'll be like, yes.
You'd be like, what happened?
I mean, the amount of times my husband and I quote the cactus juice lines, like whenever we try new drink, yeah, it's the quenchiest. We love it.
I love when he's doing like the weird things because he's getting high.
Mushroom. Mushy
friend.
I love that you guys know this like by heart. I mean, I've seen it too, but I don't know it enough to quote it. I'm so jealous.
I grew up on Avatar. I remember when Nickelodeon was like coming up next on Avatar and things like that. And like it's funny, like I'll pick out like moments, like clips and episodes that I remember seeing in previews, and it's like I remember I was so hyped for that. You know, it's just one of those things where it's like. It's hard not to watch it and then watch it again and then watch it again and then watch it again and watch it again.
Oh my gosh. I have the volumes on my shelf back there. All 3 DVDs, like the complete sets, I have them. Which I don't have like a DVD player anymore, so I don't watch them as much as I used to. But I think they're on Netflix.
They are on Netflix. Okay. Yeah, they're on Netflix, but it's just also nice to have, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, it is just one of those like rare shows where it's like it was done once and it can never be done again. And
oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to during the next sprint I'm going to send you a link, and it's an Avatar link, but it's talking about some of the things that like with the original plans that they had for the Avatar. It's like it puts all that stuff together where it's like, oh, this was actually what was supposed to happen, but then like how it's changed over time. Like in this video, like I didn't know this until I watched the video, but I did not know that Uncle Iroh was actually supposed to be a villain. He was actually supposed to double cross Zuko. At the at the end, like, okay, at the end of, I think it was book 2. At the end of book 2, you know,
door. What?
yes, he was supposed to double cross him. Like, he was supposed to be like a spy for the Fire Lord. And you know, when they're in the Dragonbone catacombs and like pretty much, well, Iroh ends up like saving them because Aang, you know, gets shot, falls down, all that hoopla, and then he escapes with Katara. But it was really Zuko that ended up he, you know, recycled back to being bad. I think it was at that point where Zuko was supposed to be good, but then it was Uncle Iroh that was supposed to double cross him. I think it was at that point. But after this sprint, I'll send you that YouTube video and you can check it out whenever. But yeah, that was one of the things, was Uncle Iroh was supposed to double cross Zuko.
I cannot believe that.
That would have been so wild.
But yes.
Uncle Iroh is hands down one of the best characters of all time. There's no way that man can do no wrong. Like, just no.
Yes. Like, I swear. And I think it was at that point. I might be wrong, like, at exact what point he was supposed to double cross Zuko, but I'm pretty sure that was the part. So, okay, I think I'll leave it.
A separate rant about Zuko because I noticed that somebody watched Avatar: The Last Airbender and took notes when they were writing Kylo Ren's character. Because and I'll just make this really brief. But if you look at Zuko's journey, and if you look at Kylo Ren / Ben Solo's journey, it's the same thing. It's like the same moments, the same like key elements of their stories.
Yeah.
It's really uncanny. And I'm like, I rewatched the sequels and I'm like, who watched Avatar and said, you know what, Zuko, but an angry Force user.
But yeah, I'll and I think there were a few other people that said it in the comments, but I'll send it to Maddie, or I'll see if I can drop the link in the chat during the next sprint. So if anybody wants it,
I love these. Yes, and he loves Avatar too. It's one of his favorite shows. Yes, mushy giant friend. And you can't forget my cabbages.
Oh my gosh.
My cabbages.
I love it.
Yes, Avatar Last Airbender. Yeah, let's just show Avatar Last Airbender some love instead of writing like we're supposed to be doing.
I know. I'm sorry.
And Zara would also like that video, and Danya wants to see it too. You might just need to put it in the.
Okay, I'll put it in the live chat. Am I a moderator?
You are.
Okay.
You could be.
Okay.
And yes, Zara, I have a whole rant. Maybe one of these days I'll make a video about it, about why Zuko's is done better than his. Which really sucks because you think about all the work that Adam Driver put in for his character and like trying to get his character equal rights and things. It does really suck that Zuko's ended up being better, even though they're essentially the same thing. But up until a certain point, they are identical. And
that is probably. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Sorry, I was getting into it too, but I was going to say, I think Zuko's transformation is probably one of the best transformations of all time. My
favorite transformations of all time. Like, I still watch that today, and
the feels.
The
feels.
Like the ups and downs and all those other things. Oh my god, it's
Maddie.
So good.
I love you. Like, both of us at the same time. We're like,
yeah, you both had the same reaction at the same time. I'm like,
I noticed that too. And Sarah's face.
I'm sorry, did we scare you?
Probably. We made the same grunt face and hands at the same time.
Oh man. Camp NaNo never noticed that. As a Zuko fan, no wonder I liked Kylo Ren from the beginning. I did too. I wasn't expecting the face, but I did too. Mm-hmm. And I think it's because it was, and as I watched it more, it's because it was like Zuko's story. Again, minus the last little bit of it.
Yeah.
And a lot less father killing. But this, to be fair, Harrison Ford wanted out.
That is a whole other conversation. We can go, but
yes, and I will make that rant video.
Yes.
And no one's transformation is that same league.
Never.
Absolutely not. And I love this comment. It's Autumn and Maddie just fangirling about Sarah's eating
Yeah, we love you too. Yes.
Somewhere
I
up
wish
here
this
there
was
was
garlic bread though. It's just plain bread with butter.
Oh,
But
it is totally
I wish.
fine.
It's honestly the queen just watching the peasant girls up here being like peasants.
You're my entertainment.
Well, I was going to suggest that we use Grayson's fact, which is Marie Antoinette died in 1793. That would imply that Sarah might have, if she's the queen, might be in a little bit of trouble.
Excuse me.
So,
Just let them eat cake.
just let us have our cake and we'll be fine.
I didn't quote that right, but that was something that she had said at one point.
Did they even have cake back then? Or was it like
Well, I think wasn't there a whole shortage of
footage?
footage, shootage,
A footage shootage?
or like there was something that was going on during that time period. Like, and they couldn't get bread. Was that what it was? And she was like, "Well, if they can't eat bread, let them eat cake or something like that."
Something like that. Yeah. I mean.
Oh yes. Okay, I got girl said it. I think that's correct. Let them. Oh wait, no.
Let them
That
eat
was
bread
from
and
Sarah.
butter.
Sorry, sorry, my
Hey,
bad.
I like bread and butter. I will never give up carbs.
Me neither.
No.
If
I'm
y'all,
gluten intolerant, but you know what? It's fine.
it's okay. So if y'all are ready, wow, we've already been going for an hour and we've only done one sprint. This is what happens when we all get together.
This is why it's 3 hours.
Thank goodness. So if y'all are ready, we're going to do 1793, which translates in Google Timer language to 1833. I don't know what else happened that year, but we're going to do it anyway. So if y'all are ready, go ahead and get your pieces of bread out. And if you have cake, you can eat that too. And we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Happy sprinting. Awesome. So that was the end. Let me shimmy on up here. That was the end of our second sprint. How did we do?
I knew this was going to happen. I knew I was going to rewatch that Avatar Last Airbender video that we were talking about. So I watched that, but I did end up writing 110 words. So it could have been better, but I consider it productive.
Hey, you watched something about Avatar. That's productive.
Right? And I wrote. It's all good.
Yeah, I agree.
Sarah, how did you do?
I'm wrapping up a few final edits for a proofreading thing right now. So I'm almost finished. So
Yay!
Awesome.
That's awesome. Well, I got a little bit further in my Hades interlude. I had to go get a snack because I was a little bit hungry. And then my cats started whining at me. And I don't know why. It's like I opened the door and Sicko was there. And immediately, as soon as he saw me, he starts meowing at me. And I'm like, what I do? So I let him in the room and he's with me. And I close the door. Literally 2 minutes later, I hear Salem outside meowing too. And I'm like, what is going on? Like the door, we have a Jack and Jill bathroom. Like the door is cracked so they can get in and out. I don't know why they're meowing at the end.
Don't know what you want.
But among all that chaos, I did manage to continue with my Hades interlude. And y'all, he is such a lovesick puppy. It's so cute.
I love it.
Him. I love him so much. Like he is so head over heels. It's adorable.
Oh,
aww.
That is so sweet.
He's so cute. I freaking love him.
Oh.
How did folks in what do they call them? Comments? It's one of those days. Oh, and then someone was asking about what time this ends. So this ends at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard, which is 11 Central Standard. I didn't do my math right. I was going to respond, and I was like, wait, is it 1 or 2 hours more? I don't know. Like they're an hour ahead, so does that mean it's 1 hour?
It's your Eastern Standard Time brain trying to confuse you.
Yeah. No one takes over at 12. We pick up tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
On Brook Writes channel.
Yes.
Yay.
That was fantastic. Yay. Sarah, I have missed you. Oh my goodness.
Oh, it jumped. Okay, so Amanda got 83 words, ended up having to backtrack to an earlier chapter. I've done that. Danya got 126.
Ooh.
I don't actually know which one that was in response.
I think God Girl meant etc. I think, but was spelling EST. So I think that was the confusion. But I think they worked it out, in the comments.
Oh, okay. Honestly, I'm at that point too, where it's like going to be at 12 a.m., etc.
Yes.
Amanda made a few Facebook posts trying to find people willing to read and review the first 2 books in my dystopian fantasy series. Well, I wish you good luck with that. I hope someone pops up. Courtney. Yes. Oh, Courtney's here. Hi, Courtney. Her icon is very similar to someone else's that I think was actually in your stream earlier, Autumn. And so I saw it and I thought it was like the same person. Then I read the name. Like, oh no, it's different.
Oh.
Oh, hello, Courtney. Welcome. I Got Girl got 451. Isn't that the Fahrenheit that the book talks about? Isn't that what the book
Fahrenheit
is called?
451?
Yeah, Fahrenheit 451. That's what it is, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Sounds about right.
I just thought it was funny that she got 451 words, and sorry, that's where
sorry, and I got distracted, so sorry. I only heard half of that.
You're fine. Let's see. Dr. Sprinkle got 193. Grayson is almost done with their chapter. Just got to read it aloud. That's something I should probably do too. Yeah, I don't even know why. I gotta be honest, I didn't really like that book. So I don't know why I remember that, but yeah, Fahrenheit 451 is the right one. And that's, what's his name? Ray Bradbury? Am I getting that right?
I've heard of the book, but I feel like someone in our group was reading this. Was it Bree?
It might have been Bree. I don't know. I have a whole long rant against required readings in schools, and Fahrenheit 451 was one of our required readings.
Oh, maybe. Okay, maybe it was me, you, and Bree's conversation about books and required readings in school. I think that's where I'm remembering hearing that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think out of all the books that I was forced to read, the only ones that I liked were To Kill a Mockingbird and The Great Gatsby.
I actually was a fan of The Great Gatsby too.
Those were the only two that I thoroughly enjoyed. Anything else I read that I liked was like one of the choice reads. Like they gave you a list of books you could choose from. And that's actually how I discovered The Book Thief. That was one of our optional readings.
Yeah.
Now it's like one of my favorite books of all time. Absolutely love it. If anyone knows the teddy bears scene from that book, it is like one of the sweetest and most heartbreaking scenes in that book. But we got to do a creative project for it. And when I was a kid, my parents had cake tins that were in the shape of teddy bears. And so I brought in teddy bear cakes for everybody because that was my favorite scene in the book.
I love that. You know, The Book Thief was the only one that wasn't required. Like when I went into, I can't remember if it was 9th or 10th grade, it wasn't required or it wasn't on the list for that year I was in. But then it was like every year after. So I completely missed getting to read it, and I heard such wonderful things. And I really want to read it. I've never read it, but I've heard it's great. And they came out with a movie, right?
Just skip it. I mean, I actually haven't seen the movie, but the problem is I love the book so much I can't bring myself to see the movie.
Yeah.
You know, because the book. I will warn you, the book is very heavy hitting. Okay. It can get heavy, it can get sad, but there's a lot of really happy moments in it as well. I was afraid the movie was going to be more so, oh, we're so sad and depressed and kind of miss out on, like, the happier aspects of the book. You know, and so I was just too scared. I was like, I can't do it. But it is a really good book, and I do highly recommend it. It will make you cry a little bit, but it's worth it. It's a fantastic read. Also, if you're looking for another good book to read by the same author, there's a book called I Am the Messenger, and that is also a very fantastic book. I think I devoured that in a day. It was really hard to put down. It's super good.
Ooh, I love that. One of the books, let me look it up, bro. I think this is what it's called. Yes. Okay, so one of my favorite books that I read in school, I thought it was Zara that didn't like Gatsby. I remember.
It's definitely not for everybody.
No, and I love how like everybody like either really enjoys Gatsby or like they don't like it. Like you don't ever get someone that's like, I can tolerate it, it's fine. But it's like the two extremes. But one of my favorite reads in school was Ashes of Roses by Mary Jane. I don't know how to say her last name, but it's Auch. I think
I don't know.
I'm going to say it wrong. But it was a really, really good read. And I think it's about, so it says Rose and her family are grateful to have reached America, and their happiness is shattered when part of their family is forced to return to Ireland. Two of the sisters work at the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory, where a devastating fire forces the girls to fight for their lives.
Oh,
yes.
I've heard of that.
It is fantastic. That is probably my favorite read that we read in class. So I highly recommend that one. It is it's kind of like happy and sad, but probably more sad. And I don't know if it's based off of a true story. I feel like there was something that had happened in New York in the 20s.
The shirt, what was it? The shirt coat? Is that what was the factory called? The Triangle Shirt something? That was a real thing. I'm pretty sure that was a fire that actually happened or something
in the 20s. I think.
Yeah.
And
I think it might have been the teens, but somewhere around there.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So it was. Okay. Yeah. So it might be based at least maybe loosely on true events. Maybe the characters might not be true. But there was a fire, and it's in Manhattan, New York, and it happened March 25th, 1911. So I guess was the deadliest industrial fire. I didn't click the article, but it said that it was one of the deadly. I guess because they didn't have safety measures, so everyone was trapped in the building. I remember reading that in the book. Highly recommended, though. Sorry, just went off.
Yeah, that's right. That's what Zara is saying.
Oh, okay.
College of Arts and Sciences now in that building. Well, I hope that their code is more up to date than it was back in 1911.
Right? Oh man.
There we go. This I thought was a fun question. What are your guys' favorite books as a child? Autumn, do you have one?
I do. So I always forget the author's name, so I always have to look it up. But my favorite book as a child, besides Junie B. Jones and the Magic Tree House, but my favorite standalone book is called Follow My Leader, and it's by James B. Garfield. It's about this young boy who is blinded from an accident, and he has to learn basically how to read Braille, and he gets a guide dog, and he wants to name his guide dog Leader because it's his eyes, and it's just his journey of how he goes through life, basically relearning everything. And it is a beautiful story. Very sad, but it's a beautiful story. Highly recommend it. Might not be for kids, but it is a good book. It's just really sad.
It sounds good.
It's excellent.
What about you, Sarah?
I can't remember what a specific favorite, but I do know that I loved the Magic Tree House books. I loved all of them. So.
Oh yes. Yep. I remember the dinosaur one was my favorite, and I actually really liked the Titanic one too. The Titanic one was really sad, but I remember that one being one of my favorites.
Because I think the first one is the dinosaurs. I think that's the one.
Yeah, that's the dinosaur.
I loved them all. I can't remember the orders or a lot of them. I just remember loving it so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those were so cool. I loved those.
Mm-hmm.
I do have to say though, I have three favorites that always stand out among everything else. The first one, of course, is Percy Jackson. Percy Jackson and the Olympians was the book/series that got me back into reading as a kid. And then I'd also have to say The Invention of Hugo Cabre by Brian Selznick. If y'all have seen the movie Hugo, that is the book that the movie is based off of. And it's just a fantastic, inventive story. It mixes old French cinema with it's got a steampunk element. It takes place in a train station, and there's a mystery, and it's just and half the book is written and half the book is illustrated. Ooh. And it goes back and forth between the two, and it's just a very clever, fun read. So if y'all have seen Hugo or have heard of Hugo, definitely go pick up the book, because it is fantastic. And then my third one, it was a book that I have read and reread multiple times. It's called The Mystery of the Third Lucretia. And look, I don't know if y'all know the Lucretia paintings. I think they were by Rembrandt. I can't remember who painted them, but it was the picture of this woman who had a very sad story that I won't go into detail of because it was depressing. But he painted two pictures of this woman, one before she sadly ends her life, and then one after. And the mystery of the third Lucretia is about these two kids who see this guy painting the Lucretias, like copying the Lucretias, like, artists will do for practice at art museums. And a few years later, a third Lucretia that nobody had ever heard of before surfaces. And it's a mystery to see if this is genuine painting or if this is fake. And it was just a really fun read for a kid, because it's like an introduction into like art and art history and, but there's also the mystery element to it. It was just a lot of fun. I think I read it like 4 or 5 times. Like every time I ended it, I picked it up the next day and started reading it again. Like it's just such a fun little mystery book. So
I like that. Oh, and they did have those mystery books when we were kids too. What was it? The A to Z mysteries? I think that was a thing.
I can't remember. There were a lot of mystery books I remember when we were younger. Yeah. I feel like more so than there are now.
I feel like, yeah.
Yeah. I haven't met a single kid who's read a Goosebumps book in recent years, I will say.
I also feel like as a kid, I read a lot of nonfiction, like a lot of nonfiction science. So, yeah.
Zara's vote is for The Giver.
Ooh.
Rainbow Magic Fairy series is Grace's favorite. We're like, I would definitely say try it again. I mean, obviously it's definitely not going to be everyone's cup of tea. But if you are looking for another fantastic book by Brian Selznick, look at Wonderstruck if you haven't read that. That one is also told in writing and in illustration. And it's about 2 deaf children living decades apart. And one story is told completely in pictures and the other one story is told completely in words.
Oh my God.
And it's just just another fun, uplifting, happy book. And I love it so much.
Oh, I'm loving this. Taking a dip back to the childhood, man.
Oh, I know, right? We got Judy B. Jones and American Girls. Yes, I remember the American Girl books. Kit was always my favorite. Kit Kittredge. She was always my girl. Yes. I love her.
Is it bad with the Judy B. Jones that I can still quote the first paragraph of each of the books?
Hey, I can quote the first lines of all the Madeline books. Like, I don't think that's...
I love that.
A to Z Mysteries and Nancy Drew. Yes, Nancy Drew was also one of my favorites.
Yes.
I love Nancy Drew.
Yep. And my mom actually liked the Nancy Drews. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say my mom liked the Nancy Drew because she would always read, be like, oh, you want to read Nancy Drew?
Yeah, they're fun. They're fun to read. It's kind of like Scooby-Doo, though, where it's like, it's not an actual ghost. It's just some guy in a mask or under a sheet.
Exactly. Exactly.
So it's not scary. I mean, it might be a little bit like, but in the end, everything's okay. So it's the perfect mystery series for kids.
Yes.
Love The Golden Compass. I will tell you, the movie was terrible.
I didn't like the movie. I've never read the book, but I didn't like the movie.
Honestly, I think I started to read the book in middle school, or maybe it was elementary school, I don't know. But there was like a scene that I'm like, is this appropriate to be in? I think it was that book. I never finished it.
Yeah. Well, there are definitely moments in books where I'm like, are you sure?
Right?
Searching for David's Heart was my first favorite. Ooh. I haven't heard of that one, actually.
Me neither.
And then, of course, we have Lemony Snicket, series of Unfortunate Events. I feel like every kid had this series.
I can't believe I forgot about that one. I probably would have chosen that one, but I forgot. That's a good one.
And I saw that Vixen of Fiction popped in. Hello.
Hey.
We're talking about books. Moon Baby really liked sorry, I can't say that name without the...
I love it. I think it's so cute.
The Geronimo Stilton books, but I've not met many other book readers who read them. I haven't heard of them, so you're continuing to meet them. I'm sorry. We've got the Royal Diaries, almost Dalleries.
The Royal Diaries.
Never Diaries. And I see that Dr. Sprinkle is almost to 9K out of the 10K goal. Might need to adjust the goal. You got this. You got this.
That's awesome.
I liked the movie In the Minority, but I like the show better. I heard that the show, I think the show is actually called what the name of the series is. It's not just called The Golden Compass because it's on HBO, right? It's the, what's his name? Charles Xavier and Hamilton are in it. And I can't remember either of their names. Someone help me out here.
Poll the audience.
I
don't know.
Lin-Manuel Miranda and James McAvoy. I think both of those guys are in it.
Okay.
I think. Maybe. I don't know. If, you know, as long as Lin-Manuel doesn't have, poor guy doesn't have to rap, because I feel like he's had to rap in every other movie he's been in since he was in Hamilton. Just give the guy a break. Oh, yeah, there we go. James McAvoy and Lin-Manuel Miranda. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So I only saw one date, and that was 1953, and that was for Fahrenheit 451. So I think we're gonna have to go with 1953.
Okay.
Did anything else exciting happen in 1953? I think that might have been the year my grandparents got married.
I think that was the year my grandfather was born.
Oh, I love the differences.
Right.
I think I could be wrong on that though. I'm trying to think because I'm going backwards from the time when my mom was born, and I'm like doing the math and seeing if that lines up.
I love it.
So we're gonna go with 1953. Sorry, I was adjusting the timer. I forgot to minimize it before.
I love it.
Alrighty. So if y'all are all set, go ahead and grab your pool skirts and we'll head on out to the diner and we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Happy sprinting. Yeah. Okay.
Yay!
I wanted to make sure I actually pressed the button. So, how did everyone do?
Good. I'm trying to find where I started. I think I started here. So far, for that sprint, I wrote 464.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, so I'm at a really exciting part. I actually think I sent you guys this line to like read, but this is where that little snippet about like the explanation of this character, this is where that's going. So it's like confession time, basically. To someone who's not supposed to know.
Ooh.
So yeah, I'm excited. Me too.
I am so close to being finished, which I think I'm gonna hop off so I can get that finished because I do have to work tomorrow morning. So I'm hoping that I'll get out of work early enough that I can hop on to Sarah's. She's streaming at 5, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fingers crossed.
Yes, well, we'll love to have you.
Yes, absolutely.
I love this. I love the write-a-thons so much. Yeah. So I'm super excited.
They're so fun.
Yes, they are. Thank you for popping in, Sarah. So good to see you again.
I was so happy I could pop in. And this weekend is absolutely insane. I don't know why everything wants to happen this weekend, but I'm happy, and I can't wait to host the stream tomorrow night too. So
yes.
Yes. Can't wait.
And I'm sure for everyone who, I don't know if you wouldn't know this, but Sarah is actually going to host the finale stream tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thank you, Sarah.
Yes. I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully.
See you tomorrow. Yeah. Bye.
Yay.
And then there was 2.
So how did you do?
So I am still trying to figure out this interlude. I actually got up and ate more food. I realized that I have been having a college kid dinner tonight because I had cold baked beans, cold mac and cheese, and Dr. Pepper. That's been
oh my gosh, if that's not college, I don't know what is.
It's like in increments. So I had the baked beans, and then I waited a bit, and then I had the mac and cheese.
It's like when you have to eat in between studying.
Yeah. But I did write a line that I'm actually somewhat proud of.
Ooh.
So if y'all don't mind, I might share it with the class.
I'm always here for it.
I mean, I don't think Hades and Persephone can be spoilers. I mean, we all know they end up together.
I like it.
It's just the question of how they end up together. I'm
for this.
Anywho, so this is in my Hades. Autumn, you're so adorable. So this is in my second interlude for Hades, and it goes, now Hades stood in the palace throne room, staring out at the world so rarely below him, hoping he could somehow see her.
I like it. I approve.
I was so proud of that. I was writing it, and I was like, he's probably not used to seeing the world from that angle. So I was like, oh.
I like it. I'm digging it.
I thought it was kind of cute.
It is cute. I like it.
It's kind of bad for Hades that's not a view he gets every day.
I love it.
So, how did everybody else do? Let me see if we get a lot of people saying goodbye to our sweet friend Sarah.
Yes.
And I saw that Lizzie popped in, and it is your mama's birthday. So happy birthday to Lizzie's mama.
Yes.
And Grayson smashed a cookie into their coffee.
Ooh.
Coffee ice cream. I was I was imagining a very into the coffee goes everywhere. No, okay. Ice cream.
Oh my gosh. That is great. Although coffee ice cream sounds amazing.
It does sound really good. I bet you it would go great with a cookie.
Yes.
And Sara wound up not writing, but finished editing episode 3. Yay!
Nice.
And 112 words for Danya.
Yay.
And people are talking again about the Geronimo Stilton books. And then I saw that I Got Girl got 504.
Ooh.
Saying goodbye to Sara. Yes, 504 is awesome.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it jumped. And Moon Bede was also saying, it's annoying when I say their name like that. I'm so sorry if that annoys you. You can still let me know. It's such a fun name. I love it.
It really is. It's real. I love the way it looks all spelt together like that. It's super cool.
And then people saying bye to Sara again. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And then 408 for Amanda. That's awesome.
Love it.
And Grayson was also into the Amulet graphic novels. I think I've heard of that one, actually. Also, does anyone remember Animorphs?
I don't.
Okay. I never read any of them, but they always had the weirdest flipping covers where it'd be like a 90s teen, like 90s dressed teen would be like transitioning into an animal. Like, I mean, they were books about kids that transformed into animals, and every book had a kid transforming into a different animal. So you'd have like a picture of the kid and then start to change, and then the animal. And
interesting.
They were very freaky covers. I did not like them.
I don't think I want to see them.
Danya has a total of 520 handwritten words. Yes.
Ooh.
Thank you for the sprint. I have to wake up early. Well, good night, Danya. We're so glad that you were able to join us.
Yes, thank you so much.
Always lovely to have y'all come write with us.
Definitely.
So I hope you have some sweet dreams that are not necessarily about writing, because I think your brain needs a break after 500 handwritten words.
Yes, absolutely. And writing for almost 6 hours straight.
Yeah. Love me some Hades and Persephone. Yeah, I do too. I do too. It's probably one of my favorite stories in Greek mythology, and really just in general is the story of Hades and Persephone.
Yeah, for sure.
304 for Tashka, and almost at 10K. Yes.
Nice.
Awesome. And Yaza, no.
You're just pushing buttons.
Absolutely not. Those things give me nightmares. I hated those covers. Oh my god. I think it was also weird for me because I was a fan of Power Rangers when I was a kid, and the kids that were on the cover looked like the Power Rangers. So it threw me off even more. I was like, why are the Power Rangers morphing into animals? They're supposed to be in giant robots, like saving space and stuff. Like, why?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Book to Ashes. Those covers scared me as a child. Yes.
Yes. They are picking up what you're putting down, Maddie.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you mean. I never read them, but always saw them at Goodwill and organizing the shelves. Yeah. No, Animorphs were like, I never read any of the books because I was just so freaked out by the covers.
Oh my gosh. Never even heard of it.
They were, oh my gosh. No, thank you. Del Toro Quest, anybody? No, but I know Quest for Camelot.
Yes.
Has anyone else seen that movie?
No.
Oh no. Okay, well, sound off if you've ever seen or heard of Quest for Camelot. Because that was one of my favorite movies as a kid. Carrie Elwes, who plays Wesley in Princess Bride, plays the main character one of the main characters in Quest for Camelot. And not gonna lie, that was the first animated character I ever had a crush on.
Yes. Here for it. You mean it wasn't Zuko?
It was not Zuko. Actually, I saw Quest for Camelot long before Avatar came out.
Oh man.
And I saw that Sarah is getting tired, so it's time for her to duck out. Well, thank you for joining us, Sarah. It's always lovely to see you and talk to you, my friend. And I hope you get a good night's sleep tonight.
Yes, for sure.
I love that you guys like my username. It's actually a play on words for mon bébé, which means my baby in French. Yeah, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fun.
I love it. I love it so much.
And is the yes for Quest for Camelot? Is it because you know what Quest for Camelot is? I need someone else to know what this movie is. Please tell me I'm not the only person.
Oh my goodness.
My whoops, it's getting late. Yes, it is. Definitely. Got plenty of words. So Dr. Sprinkle is off. Well, thank you for joining us. It's always lovely to see you, Dr. Sprinkle. Yes. And off to watch Doctor Who with your stepdad. Yes. Dr. Sprinkle, you'll have to tell me at another date and time, if you're still here, who your favorite doctor is. Mine is Matt Smith. number 10. Number 10 forever. That is my favorite doctor. Always has been. No, 11. Sorry. Wait, no, hold on. Yes. No, 10 is Tennant. Sorry. Right? Because 9 is Eccleston. 10 is Tennant. 11 is Matt Smith. 11 is my favorite. There are too many of them. Just pick one.
Doctor Who?
Yeah, half the time because you're like, who was that guy? Like, what?
Yes. I love this.
And yes, it is. Okay, that is Quest for Camelot. Yes. I'm so glad someone else knows what Quest for Camelot is. I love it. I heard The Princess Bride. You need to go watch Quest for Camelot. Yeah. If you haven't seen The Princess Bride, you've got to go see that movie too.
Oh my gosh. We can just go on a whole other tangent about Princess Bride.
I was about to say The Princess Bride we could talk about for days because it is a fantastic movie. But yes, Carrie Elwes, and I think that's actually why I loved Garrett in Quest for Camelot was because it's voiced by Wesley.
I love it.
So I was like, yes. And yes, okay, so 11 is Smith. Yeah, I was getting my numbers mixed up. Smith is my favorite. I just absolutely love him. I think he is the most fun doctor. Bow ties are cool. Fezzes are cool and Stetsons are cool. And I don't know. I just absolutely loved him. I thought he was just so charismatic and he was so fun and full of energy. And I don't know. I just feel like he was the most fun doctor. So I actually stopped watching Doctor Who after he left because I was just so devastated. I'd never really cried in a Doctor Who episode before. His last episode, I was sobbing. No. Tears streaming down my face. And like it was the middle of the night, so I had to cry quietly. So I'm sitting on my bed like,
oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
I was so devastated. I was so sad. I haven't watched Doctor Who since because I can't bring myself.
Oh my gosh.
My one and only, y'all. It's
oh my goodness.
Danica has popped in.
Hey. What's up, girl?
I'm starting to get into Doctor Who, but I don't know if it's like in the newer ones, but I'm watching the first Doctor and had to watch 7 episodes for semi-conclusion. Yeah, I think the older Doctor Who episodes are definitely a little bit more I'm trying to think, not like the story overarched more episodes, I feel like. Whereas the current Doctor Who episodes, while they have sort of an underlying story arc, a lot of them are episode by episode.
Okay.
And that's how it was. Actually, it started having the more overarching stories with Matt Smith. That was kind of like his thing, which is probably why I ended up liking it a little bit better because with all the other doctors, I was like, oh, this is fun, but I can leave and come back to it. With Matt Smith, I felt like I had to keep watching it, so I knew what happened next. I was like, no, you can't leave it like that. I need answers.
Right.
Okay, and you have seen The Princess Bride. Oh, perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't like it. Oh,
what?
I love it.
No. Well, you don't understand that The Princess Bride is beautiful. Yes. There's a shortage of beautiful, perfect movies in this world. It'd be a shame to ruin this one. I had to tweak that line a little bit, but it's.
I love it. Oh my gosh, that is great.
Yeah. Oh no, it is such a funny movie. I absolutely loved it. And Danica, just as I popped in, you are mentioning my favorite movie ever. Yes, we love The Princess Bride.
Oh my gosh.
Oh Lord, we could sit here and quote it all night.
we just might at the end.
Hey, Fessing, do you think there are rocks up ahead?
If there are, we'll be dead.
No more rhymes, I mean it.
Anybody want a peanut? Oh my goodness. I can't.
All right, let's get to the bottom of these so we can get back to right.
Right. Just say we're gonna keep going if we don't have some self-control over here.
The cliffs of insanity. Sorry. Go on.
I'm crying.
Fine.
Oh my gosh.
Is this a kissing book? Oh, okay. So the animal books in Australia had a plastic film on the cover that actually morphed. Oh, is it like one of those like things where it's like you shift it or it's like you turn it and the thing will and the image?
Oh, that would be cool.
See, that would have been cool. No, yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't know what the heck they were thinking here in America when they published those things, but those were nightmare inducing. I don't like us. Some scenes are scary in Doctor Who or in Princess Bride.
Probably Doctor Who.
But Doctor Who, oh my gosh, the Weeping Angels. I never thought a low-budget monster would scare me as much as those freaking things did. Like, think about it, they are the cheapest special effects you could have in any TV show, and they are the most terrifying things. Oh my Lord, I made the mistake of watching that first Weeping Angels episode when I was home alone.
Yeah.
Oh, big mistake. Never doing that again. It was terrible. Literally 7 episodes to get off one planet. I watched a bit more, then stopped because I got invested and could not do anything else but watch and didn't want it. Yeah. Doctor Who will do that to you. which one?
You just did a whole bunch of them, girlfriend. Like
I threw a lot out there.
I feel like it was the first one.
Yeah.
It was the first one, and then I copied you. I feel like it was that one. And now I just can't even think of it. But it
I actually have another line that's very relevant for our day and age.
I know what you're gonna say.
You know? Like, why do you wear a mask? Well, they're quite comfortable. I think we'll all be wearing them in the future.
Yeah.
Princess
Jokes on us.
I love it. My sister, she doesn't like the love story, and I'm like, why? It's beautiful. And she's
like, beautiful.
No. My mom doesn't like the humor.
That's the best part.
Excuse me. What do you mean? You don't like the humor? Do you not like comedies, ma'am? And no, I mean, I get it. I know that The Princess Bride is not for everybody, and everyone's got a different taste. You know, for me as a kid, that was just the kind of movie that I grew up with. Was kind of those goofy 80s movies, and that had like just a lot of fun to them. And is that a high five, or are you?
Oh, sorry. I get out of focus sometimes when I get like really excited. I move around, so I have to, like put my hand up so it can focus on something. I'm sorry.
I thought we were high fiving there for.
I mean, we can high five. Yeah, girl.
But yeah, I love movies like Zorro the Gay Blade and Without a Clue and Princess Bride, like kind of just these goofy 80s fun movies. My gosh. With like they're just chock full of good lines. But I know that those movies aren't for everybody, you know. That's just what I was raised on.
The fire swamp.
With the RUSs?
You mean the rodents of unusual size? I don't think they're
I don't
real.
think they exist.
Exist. That's what it was.
Oh, it's that.
I think you're right. 'Cause I was like, ah. And then it's like, boom.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's quite nice here. I'm not saying I want to build a summer home, but the trees are quite lovely.
Her face. She's like, I will slap you.
He's like, boy,
Right?
I
The
waited
lightning
for
sand?
you.
We'll never survive. Nonsense. You're only saying that because no one ever has. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done. We're gonna keep going.
There's nothing better than true love, except for a nice MLT, mutton, lettuce, and tomato, and the mutton's lean and the tomatoes are nice and right. Oh my god, we can go on. We just need to do a Princess Bride stream one day.
Right? Oh my gosh. And honor.
Yeah, I know. Danica, though, you are not wrong.
Right, no.
The Princess Bride scared me when I was little, ditto for Doctor Who. I could see how the Princess Bride might be a little freaky, especially with the RUSs. I do remember that making me jump a few times as a kid. It's nothing like the Wampa in Star Wars, though. That scared the daylights out of me. But yeah, Princess Bride, I can see how some moments might be a little bit for kids.
I mean, it's pretty dark too at the beginning. Like they're kidnapping her to kill her. Like, I mean, that's pretty scary. She's kidnapped by 3 strange men.
Yeah,
I get it.
Who all turn out to be either idiots or really sweet people. Like,
yeah, right. They were just roped in by the wrong person.
Yeah, I love. You seem a decent fellow. I hate to kill you. You seem a decent fellow. I hate to die. I have something to tell you. I am not left-handed.
Why are you smiling? Because I know something that you do not know. I am not left-handed.
Okay, what year did The Princess Bride come out? Was that 1980? I want to say was that 84? That's going to be our next
87. 1987.
87. Okay, that's probably going to translate to like 19 something, but we're going to go with 1987.
Oh, and what Books to Ashes has said about the thumb people in Spy Kids, that one is pretty freaky.
No.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
No, those are no. The best part of Spy Kids to this day, and even when I was a kid, was just Antonio Banderas. Like, I love Antonio Banderas. I think he seems like such a funny guy, and I don't know if y'all have seen the Expendables movies, but Expendables 3 has Antonio Banderas in it, and he is so funny. He's like this guy who keeps following them around and they won't hire him on. And he keeps trying to like prove that he can be part of the Expendables team.
Oh my gosh.
And every time they're like, no. And it's just so funny. He's trying so hard.
Oh my gosh. You know what that just reminded me of? That reminds me of Buddy from The Incredibles, where he was trying so hard to like be Mr. Incredible's sidekick, but then he ends up being the villain.
Oh yeah.
Like, sorry, that just reminded me when you were saying that. I was like, oh, that reminds me of Buddy.
You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yeah. I can't. Oh my gosh, this is too much. This is like stimulation overload.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I love the Dark Knight. That was gonna get in. Okay, so it translates to 2027, but this is actually 1987 in honor of The Princess Bride. Yes. So because we've been sitting here quoting movies for the last however many minutes, this may or may not be our last sprint. We might do this in a 5-minute mad dash if people are okay with that. Yeah. But if y'all are ready, go ahead and grab your masks, grab your swords. Make sure you let your opponent know that you are or are not left-handed. And we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Happy sprinting. Sorry, I didn't even notice the timer was running out. I was like invested.
Love it. So,
How'd you do?
I did really good.
Yeah.
Or I felt like I did really good, but I don't remember where I had like left off at. But in total, with the 2 streams, 2 streams, 6 hours later, I have written 2,407 words total.
Wow.
So I'm happy with it. How about you? Thank you.
Awesome.
How'd you do?
Good. So I'm just adding in the interlude into the document. I feel so bad for Hades.
Oh.
I'm really doing him a little bit dirty before he can be happy, and I feel so bad about it.
He'll be fine.
I'm writing this, and I'm like, oh, this poor guy.
You're torturing Hades, huh?
I feel bad. I feel bad doing it to this guy because he gets such a bad rap all the time, and I'm like, but I'm trying to like give a different perspective onto, I guess, why he has that bad rap.
Yeah.
You know. So I have to make him be a little ouchy before he gets to be happy. But I still feel really bad about it.
I mean, you're making the readers, feel for him and understand, even though I know it doesn't make it any better when we write those kinds of scenes, but there's the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. So I think it'll add to his character later too.
Yeah.
When he comes to the realization of what exactly his actions have caused. So I'm like not just like on Persephone, but on him as well. So I do feel really bad that I gotta put him through so much crap before he can be like genuinely happy.
Always have to, get through the mud.
I hate doing this to my characters. It sucks.
Especially when like they're the characters that we love. Like, and you're like, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. It gets better, I promise.
Just hang in there, kid.
You'll be okay. Just give me a few more chapters and everything will be fine.
You're gonna be fine.
Oh my goodness. So, excuse me, hold on a second. Okay.
No, you're gonna make me yawn.
Sorry. So Lizzie edited part of chapter 19 backwards and realized that the word count was going to be a draft 3 problem because we might enter the 100Ks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
I actually figure I like writing things backwards. Is that weird? Like I love writing things at the end first, and then like even if it's like the end of a chapter or end of a whatever, I like writing the ending and then going back.
It's an interesting concept. Like I tried it for like that experiment that I posted today. I've never done it like from backwards to forwards. So I tried it. It's interesting. Like I can say that I think I like it, and I think it's like a good, depending on what you want. Like I like it. Yeah, I liked doing it for that one part.
I think a lot of that though is that one of the first bit of writing advice that I ever got was know your ending and write your ending so that you know where the story is and your characters are going. So that was, I think, where that comes from, why I like kind of writing things backwards, but I might just be me. I Girl got 216, his research. Yep.
Nice.
Yep, that's what I do. Yep. And Gio popped in. Hello, Gio.
Hi, Gio.
And he turned on one of his turned one of his goody characters into a bad girl, and I'm really excited about it. Nice. It's always fun.
Oh, yeah.
And then Tashka got 167. That is okay. We all get stuck. I've been stuck.
Yep.
Fantasy Web 130K plus after being edited. Yeah, I feel like that's just the nature of fantasy. Is fantasy for some reason is always a lot, and I think it's because you have to have time for to explain the magic systems, the different places they go to, the kingdoms, the types of people they run into, or types of species they run into. There's just a lot that goes into a fantasy that I feel like it's normal for it to have that amount of words.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
So mine is currently over 100K, but a lot of it is getting edited out. But yeah, fantasy, it takes you places you didn't think you'd ever go.
Oh yeah, and then you learn so much when you're doing the writing, and you're like, this world is growing.
Yeah. And I got girl. Are we doing another sprint or done for the night? We are going to do the classic on this channel. And for those who have never done this before, this is called a 5-minute mad dash. So I'm going to set the timer for 5 minutes. For those 5 minutes, y'all write like hell. And you just go for it. You just go, and I don't care if it's word vomit. You just sprint, and it'll be a grand time.
You write like Hades.
You write like the underworld, and you just go. You write like Tartarus. Is that what it's called, Tartarus?
I think
the bottomless pit that Kronos is thrown into. You write like Tartarus, and you just flip and go for it. That is what you do. So I am going to go ahead and set our timer for 5 minutes.
Or if you're handwriting like the wonderful Madeline Monaghan on the screen, instead of your little fingers flying, your little pen's going to be flying.
Although, to be fair, I am transferring what I wrote handwritten onto the computer, so I won't be typing.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, then.
did everybody see that? I wasn't even looking when I cut that. That felt really cool.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to do this mad dash, y'all.
Let's do it.
We are doing this mad dash. Yes, the mad dash is happening. So is everybody at their keyboards? Everybody's got their pens. Everybody's got their pencils. Everyone's got their keyboards.
We got something to write with?
Yeah. Y'all got something to write with? Y'all better have something to write with, because we're going to get started. And once you start dashing, there ain't no stopping for 5 minutes. That's why it's called a 5-minute mad dash.
She done diddly dude all said it.
I did.
You're welcome.
Oh my Lord.
I totally just messed that up.
God dang it. I was on a roll.
Hey, I'm ready. Ready when you are, Captain. Come on.
All right, we're going to do this.
Let's lead the ship into battle.
All right, y'all ready? We're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Sprint, 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 sprint. and that is the 5-minute mad dash.
Sweet.
So how did we do for that last?
219. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Oh no, you're fine.
I did not mean to cut you off.
We're just so excited.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Well, how did you do? You can cut me off.
I don't actually know. I have to hold on a second. Oh, word count. Okay. I got 139.
Oh.
So I
Awesome.
wrapped up the interlude and started like 2 lines into chapter 4. So yeah, I feel so bad for Hades, and I just he needs a hug.
Oh.
Absolutely needs a hug. So I saw that Tashka had to go.
Bye.
And thank you so much for joining us. It was so nice to meet you and have you here.
Yes.
And let me see. Books
We will see you later.
281. Holy moly.
Heck yeah.
That is one heck of a mad dash.
Love it.
Gio's trying to figure out how to do a relationship with a lot of danger, attention, and passion without it being toxic. So that was what I was working on.
I mean, if it's the situations that they're put in are dangerous, stressful, like
Passionate.
I would say maybe not so much passionate situations if there's danger and tension. But
I don't think it's all at the same time. I think
oh boy.
It was all at the same time.
But I see what he's saying.
Mm-hmm. No, I totally get that. There are definitely ways to do it. I've seen a lot of movies and read a lot of books where characters are in situations like that and they still have a very healthy, loving relationship, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say it can be done.
Yes.
And Lizzie spent the mad dash trying to figure out the birthday and timeline. Finally settled on Valentine's Day. Yay! Well, I'm glad that the mad dash gave you time to figure that out.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And then Gio, no, not at the same time.
Nobody needs that negativity in their life, just saying.
Nobody needs. I can just imagine how chaotic that scene would be if you had all 3. Yeah,
it's stressing me out thinking about it. Right.
And 167, so that means 2,096 for the stream and 4,343 for both streams.
Heck yeah.
You are so welcome. And we will be continuing this write-a-thon tomorrow. We'll be going all day. And everybody, again, who is hosting and co-hosting is linked in my description box below. So please go check them out. The playlist should also be down there. And if it's not, I will try and rectify that. But there is a playlist, and all of these videos are in said playlist. So you will be able to find all the other streams easily. And as Autumn just posted, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard will be on Brook Writes channel. And that will be the kickoff for tomorrow. And I know that Sarah Sutton is ending the write-a-thon, and that will be at the same time as this one was tonight. So it is going to be all day tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a great time.
Yes.
Lots of writing.
And I do. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say that. I was just reading Gio's comment about the danger, tension, and passion.
Oh.
It's the life of Hans before I found him. It's Hans' story. I love it. Y'all are wonderful.
So, Autumn, would you like to do a little outro before we say ta-da?
Sure. So, hi guys, Autumn Ashleigh, and another author tuber in our community. I do writing related content on my channel as well as host live streams at least twice a month. And right now I am working on my first draft of my project.
I love it. And once again, I am Madeline Monaghan. I'm a writer, actor, and cat mama. I also post videos here on the Tubes of You, documenting my writing journey, as well as some book reviews, movie-related content, and every once in a while, some acting stuff gets thrown in there. So definitely go check us out. And like I said, Autumn is linked down below. So please go send her some love and support, as well as support all the other wonderful hosts and co-hosts who are part of this write-a-thon. And thank you all so much for joining us tonight. It was lovely to write with y'all. And I hope y'all have a great rest of your evening or day. And on that note, bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
You think they'll do it?
It'll take a miracle. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.